Introducing Mobmed, the mobile medical exchange platform, empowering doctors, patients, lab technicians, drug representatives, and pharmacists worldwide. Every day, patients, doctors, lab technicians, pharmacists, and drug representatives across the world engage in several transactions among themselves with the ultimate goal of providing quality healthcare to one and all. Mobmed was born out of the need to organize, share, and review healthcare processes with the help of technology so that people anywhere and everywhere can benefit. A new crop of medical professionals who are mobile savvy desire to make efficient use of the time while they are mobile. A new way for doctors to manage the medical records of their patients right from their mobile devices. A new way for patients to connect and communicate with doctors and other health providers with or without physical visits. Information delivered instantly and securely, complete with separation of duty. A new way to rate medical institutions through patient visit reviews. A flexible advertising framework for drug companies to reach out to doctors without physical visits. Mobmed is available in 3 flavors: community, branded, and platform. Mobmed supports iOS, Android, and the web browser. The Mobmed platform architecture is ideal for building scalable applications with multi-tenancy, background processing, full-text search, caching, Facebook and LinkedIn integration, and instant notifications for Android and iPhone. The Mobmed platform offers much more, like discussion forums with commenting, private groups, private messaging and calendaring, integration with existing HMS via HL7, reviews of patient visits, user preference matching. The patient responsibilities in Mobmed includes searching for hospitals, searching for doctors and fixing appointments, personal lab and pharmacy visits, remote consultations with private messaging, and visit reviews. Doctors typically does patient search, participate in discussions with colleagues, process outpatient visits, share or refer a patient's records with another doctor, and organize and attend seminars and events. Labs in Mobmed process test orders from doctors either via data entry or HL7. They can have private and public discussion groups, organize and participate in events, and have private messaging. Mobmed supports labs that are part of hospitals as well as independent labs. Separation of duty ensures that labs do not see anything more and nothing less than the test data. Pharmacists complete the visit workflow of a patient by processing prescriptions from a doctor. They also can make use of the discussions and events and private messaging. Mobmed supports pharmacies that are part of a hospital as well as independent pharmacies. An outpatient workflow starts with a patient registration, followed by vitals checking, symptom recording, examination, tests, diagnosis, and finally treatment. Participants of the visit workflow are notified through native Android and iPhone instant notification mechanism, as well as private messaging. Multiple health providers within the hospital or outside, with different roles, can be associated with a visit. For example, a lab technician associated with a visit can only view or edit the test portion of the visit. Likewise, a pharmacist associated with a visit can only view the prescriptions and so on. Participants in a visit can attach documents, audio files, and pictures as part of the workflow. Registration in Mobmed consists of three distinct steps. First, a user has to be registered with Mobmed. The user can then set up his or her private hospital or clinic and/or register with an existing hospital. Mobmed supports a user registering with multiple hospitals. Doctors having multiple practices at different hospitals will need to register with each hospital separately. While registering with a hospital, the user have to choose his or her roles with the hospital: patient, doctor, receptionist, nurse, lab technician, pharmacist, and so on. The roles determine the privileges one gets to view or update any part of a visit record. For example, a user with a pharmacist role only gets to view the prescription order of a visit record. Mobmed supports adding a new hospital, lab, or pharmacy by clicking on the plus icon in the hospital search screen. You can locate your institution on the Google map by typing the address on the address bar and clicking search. Once located, you can click on the marker, which displays a small window with the coordinates. Hospitals already registered with Mobmed will display its name in this box. In order to register a new hospital, simply click on this box and fill the details required. Select the type of institution, whether a hospital, lab, or pharmacy. Then provide the details and click Register. The user account with which you registered will be made the default administrator of the hospital. Every user gets an appointment calendar which displays the user's appointments. Doctors can start processing a patient visit from the appointment shown in the calendar. They can also reschedule or cancel an appointment. Doctors can list patients, view the patient summary details like current problems, allergies, and medications, and then list all their visits. The visit list displays the type of visit, the chief complaint, date of visit, as well as a rating bar. The patient summary view displays the active problems, allergies, and medications of the patient. Seminars, conferences, and other events organized and conducted by a hospital lab, or pharmacy can be managed using the Events feature. Users can confirm their attendance to the event by clicking on the I will attend button. For doctors, this would mark the particular time slot in their calendars as blocked, thus preventing the patients from scheduling conflicting appointments during that time. Doctors can subscribe to events in advance by clicking the I'll attend button, which blocks the particular time slot in their calendar, thus preventing patients from requesting appointments during the time slot. They can add the event to their local device calendar by clicking on the Add to My Calendar button. Note that the entry in their Mobmed calendar shows the event icon as well as the icon of the institution sponsoring the event. Mobmed supports an advertising framework within which drug representatives can use the administration console to set up messages to be periodically inserted into various screens at different intervals. Advertisements can be inserted into the discussion screen, the event screen, and the visit screen. You can click on the advertisement to view the details. Users can switch institutions by clicking on the hospital icon on the dashboard and searching for the institution to switch to. Discussion forums in Mobmed is an online meeting place for health professionals within a hospital to discuss and share information. Mobmed supports both private and public discussion forums. Commenting is enabled by default on the discussion forums. A visit can either be started by clicking on the New Visit button or by clicking on the visit icon from the patient appointment in the doctor's calendar. The registration is the first of a series of activities in the outpatient workflow, as represented in the tab bar at the bottom. For doctors creating visits, they can add additional health providers to the visit. Once data entry is completed, the Save button is clicked to start processing the workflow. Mobmed comes with a database of symptoms, findings, diagnosis, drugs, tests, and so on, grouped under what is termed concepts. The concept dictionary can be of immense value to all health professionals within a hospital. Each hospital can further add to the global concepts and build their own proprietary concept database for use during visit processing. For example, a patient can look up standard complaints by typing just a few letters in the chief complaint box. Doctors can pull up patient visit records by starting with the patient list, where they can search by first name, last name, company, title, or address of the patient. Doctors can share or refer a visit to another health professional in any institution, provided the institution has the Accept Referrals option turned on. If your hospital has placed restrictions on the referable hospitals and tests, only providers from those institutions can be added. The vital screen shows the list of vital signs as configured in the concept database. Health providers associated with the visit and who have proper privileges can update the vital signs of a patient. Symptom recording can be done in the Symptoms tab by typing into the template picker box. Doctors could create custom templates for easy lookup. For example, in this screen, the doctor has picked a template for respiratory infection symptoms. The default list of symptoms are displayed, from which the doctor can remove the ones that are not applicable to the patient and then save the record. Fresh templates could be created as well. Examination tab is where you record findings by the doctor, typically after a physical examination of the patient. Again, the strategy here is to define templates for easy lookup. Also, this is where the doctor would record any allergy indications by the patient using the allergy on-off switch. By switching it on, the doctor can search for allergy concepts in the database along with its reactions and record his observations. The Test tab helps the doctor to look up tests and order them. The contents of the test template lists the various components of the test which can be edited by the doctor before saving the test. The lab technician would see the edited list and provide results accordingly. The Test Result tab is shown to a lab technician who must be associated with the visit. Each hospital could specify default lab technicians for different tests. One could also configure external labs for certain types of tests. The lab technician enters the result data as per the doctor's test order into the test result screen. Alternately, the lab technician could attach an HL7 document as a test result. Separation of duty ensures that lab technicians only sees the test part of the visit. Doctors can look up a diagnosis for the patient based on the visit's observations, findings, and test results. If a patient has been cured of an illness, the diagnosis removed box must be populated so that it closes the active problem in the patient summary screen accordingly. The Treatment tab is where the doctor looks up the concept database for drugs to be prescribed to the patient. The generic drug name is provided first, which will provide a list of formulations for the generic from which a selection could be made. Along with the dosage, frequency, and duration, the prescription is saved into the visit and the pharmacist is instantly notified. Patients and doctors can add attachments to visits. Attachments could be images, audio, or other files. Clicking on the Run icon will play out the attachment. Mobmed supports a review feature where patients can review their visits and have their ratings averaged and published as the overall rating of the hospital. Mobmed supports private messaging between its registered users. The first screen shows a doctor's inbox with messages from two patients, and the second screen shows the reply chain of one of those messages. Mobmed implements an exhaustive monitoring framework capable of plotting selectable time series graphs of various counters and timers. Seen in the adjacent graph are the timer plots for visits, events, and hospital functions. The roadmap for Mobmed includes completion of HL7 compliance, inpatient support, insurance integration, payment integration, and real-time audio and video. Hope you enjoyed this presentation, and thanks for watching.